Good morning, everyone. Today we will talk about the novel Middlemarch, which is written by George Eliot. And if you guys do not know, George Eliot is a Victorian writer, and her real name is Mary Ann Evans, and George Eliot is her pseudonym because in that era, women writers were not taken seriously. So, in order to take her work seriously in front of all the eminent Victorian people, she took the help of this male pseudonym. So, let us now study about Middlemarch. So, Middlemarch is the fictitious Midlands town, and we will read about the life of Dorothea, the career of Tertius Lydgate, the courtship of Mary Garth, and disgrace of Nicholas Bulstrode. So Dorothea is a woman orphan of 19 years, and she is living with her younger sister Celia under the guardianship of Mr. Brooke. So Mr. Brooke is her uncle. Dorothea is a very pious lady by nature, and Sir James, there is a character named Sir James, so he likes Dorothea, but Dorothea did not like Sir James because Dorothea was a girl who has her intellectual pursuits, and she has thought in her mind that whoever she is going to marry should give relevance to her intellectual pursuit. And Sir James is certainly not an intellectual character. So she avoided his proposal. Now, Edward Casaubon, who is much older to Dorothea, he proposed her and she accepts because Edward was older to Dorothea and Edward had his intellectual pursuits. So Dorothea thought maybe Edward will give heed to her intellectual pursuits. And Sir James, he turned his attention to Celia, who is Dorothea's younger sister. Now there is two more characters, Fred and Rosamund. They are the children of town's mayor. Fred is a failure and heir of childless Mr. Featherstone. Mary Garth is the niece of Featherstone, and Fred falls in love with her. So when Dorothea and Casaubon, they are on their honeymoon, so they experience tension because Casaubon takes no interest in her intellectual pursuits. There she meets Will Ladislaw, who is Casaubon's young cousin, and Ladislaw was really attracted by Dorothea, but Dorothea stayed away from this attraction. Now we see because Mr. Fred, who is the son of mayor, he is in debt, and Mr. Garth warns Mary against ever marrying Fred because Fred is not a very responsible character. We see that Fred has become really ill. Now comes Dr. Tertius Lydgate, who cures him. And Rosamund was really impressed by Tertius, so she decided to marry him, and the two became engaged. Casaubon had a heart attack, Lydgate cures, and Casaubon extracts a promise from Dorothea because he was really scared that Dorothea will marry Ladislaw after his death. So he extracts a promise not to marry him. And if she ever marries him, she will lose all the inherited property from Casaubon. Now we see Lydgate, who is Tertius Lydgate. He is in debt because he was impressing Rosamund for the marriage, and he never thought that they two will be engaged. But because people thought that Rosamund and Lydgate are engaged, so they also expected a marriage party. So in order to do that, he was in serious debt. Now he seeks help from Bulstrode. John Raffles knows that Bulstrode is a shady guy and he's a shady character, and he in turns again uh, takes advantage of Lydgate. And in the end, we see that Dorothy expresses her love for Will and renounces the fortune and Fred, and because she also loved Will, and she has deep feelings for Will Ladislaw. And we also see that Fred has now become settled. He has a real job now, and then Fred marries Mary. So this is how it ends. Lydgate and Rosamund are in a relationship, they are engaged, but the only thing is Lydgate is in debt. So but the novel, it ended really well, and the main essence of this novel is to respect the interest of a lady. I hope you liked it. So if you liked, make sure to subscribe and comment if you want to see any other video. I hope this video is like helpful for you guys.